How's it going, everybody? It is iVisual. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and welcome back to another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle versus LAFLARE over here in the UU tier. So if you do enjoy these, make sure to hit that like button on the video, and the team I'm using is in the description if you do want to try it out. Made by Viva Los Pride, and it is a sticky web team with Galvantula. And Galvantula you don't see too much in the UU tier. It's in the RU tier. Nobody really uses it too much in the UU tier. But I wanted to try it out. Looked like a cool team. And here we are. Very hyper offensive team with Scizor, Life Orb, Mamoswine, Life Orb. Chandelure is actually the sub Calm Mindset, 2 attacks. And then Mega Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo goes well with spikes more though. It can come in handy with sticky webs versus a lot of teams based on like maybe a Scarf and Fernape team too. It can do some work when you get those webs up. Either way we get the webs up, he just hits me with attacks like Dragon Pulse and then Volt switches on out. I get some nice chip damage with the Bug Buzz. I don't have a good switch into Mega Ampharos, so I might as well just stay in with Galvantula attack. And I could Rapid Spin, but we have an amazing Rapid Spin blocker, which is Chandelure. Fortress could have Volt Switch, but obviously he's not going to stay in against Chandelure to take a Flamethrower. And now Custap Berry is in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon now. It got released recently, so usually Fortresses do carry the Custap Berry when you're like at 25% or less HP. You get to move first that turn and then eat your berry. So yeah, I just go for a sub because I knew he was going to switch out. He did go into Virizion. Unfortunately, Virizion does have really good special defense. And then on top of that, he turns out to be having a Hidden Power. Now, I'm guessing it's definitely Hidden Power Water. No, I'm just kidding. It's Hidden Power Rock because Moltres is in the tier. I remember he joked that it was Hidden Power Water, though. But makes sense that it's Hidden Power Rock since Moltres is in the tier. It's pretty prominent. And I guess he's a Calm Mind Virizion set. So, obviously, Focus Blast and Giga Drain are not going to do anything to a Moltres. It could do a lot of damage with Focus Blast to erode him Heat, though, so... And, yeah, probably you don't want to miss Focus Blast, too, against the Rotom Heat, so HP Rock is there for you, instead of running like HP Ice or HP Fire. So in Kim Talonflame, I want to keep Chandelure because it's very important for the Fortress to not Rapid Spin versus me, because I want to keep the webs up, because he has a Sock and a Zoroark. Now, I was thinking that he's probably going to make the Sock transform into something that can bait a Psychic type. Anything that really can benefit from it being a Dark type. That's why transforming a Zoroark into a Poison type or a Fighting type is very, very smart, so that it can, you know, be immune to the Psychic move. But yeah, I just went Togekiss and I sack it to the Talonflame. Luckily, he took recoil damage because Gale Wings, you need to be at 100% HP for it to be having priority Flying type moves. So now, his Brave Birds are not faster than Sharpedo's speed, and I can speed boost up, but he made a nice play going right into the Fortress. Obviously, I can't do much to Fortress with a Sharpedo Mega, unless I weaken it, so I go to Chandelure, and he Volt switches on out, so very nice on his part to bring back in Talonflame, but this time Talonflame doesn't have its Z move anymore, since they used it already. Since I was pretty sure his Talonflame was going to be Z move, just looking at his team, it makes the most sense. Just kind of nuke something, especially if you can just get a Swords Dance off in the tier. So I was hoping that Shadow Ball could knock out the Talonflame, but unfortunately it does not. I still don't want to lose Chandelure because it's still a Rapid Spin blocker and it can do a lot of damage to Fortress. Not a lot of my team can do a lot of damage to Fortress like Chandelure. Just kind of one-shotting it if I can break it sturdy. So luckily he didn't Flare Blitz. I had a feeling he probably wouldn't since Chandelure could have Flash Fire as an ability, so Brave Bird made the most sense. And at least he gets damage up on Scizor as well. But honestly, I didn't really need Scizor anymore because it doesn't really do too much to Ampharos. I have Quick Attack, Knockoff, and Bolt Punch with Swords Dance, with Life Orb, so yeah, I mean, it wasn't really going to do much, especially with Fortress around, but I mean, I could Swords Dance up on Fortress and knock it off and probably destroy it. I doubt anybody really runs counter on Fortress. So, I go to Mamoswine, just go for the Earthquake. He has no switch into Earthquake. Yeah, so he actually hard switched into Fortress, which is awesome for me, because that's the damage I need to put it in range for hopefully Mega Sharpedo, so I'm definitely going to stay in and do a lot of damage to it. He actually goes for the Volt Switch, so I was really surprised by that. I did not expect him to go for the Volt Switch right there. He probably expected me to switch out, or maybe he just didn't have a move to go for, like he didn't have Gyro Ball. He probably had like Explosion, Volt Switch, maybe Rapid Spin and Spikes or something, but he should have just Rapid Spun right there, honestly. I guess he just really didn't think about it. He probably really just thought I'd go into Chandelure. Like, that's it. He didn't want to Wrap Spin and I go into Chandelure. Either way, luckily I lived the explosion from that Custap Berry Fortress. Now over here, I was really inclined to Ice Shard, but I just had a feeling like maybe I could be faster and I could just do good damage with Earthquake and probably knock him out. That kind of sucks because he is Choice Scarf, so that's very dangerous because usually Sock have the ability Sturdy, and I haven't breaking its Sturdy yet. And he has more sacks to sack than me, Pokemon-wise, so yeah. It's kind of looking iffy versus Sock because it can take a Psychic Fangs from Mega Sharpedo because of its ability Sturdy. I gotta hope that either it's not gonna be Sturdy, which it probably is because I didn't see Mold Breaker. And also on top of that, I gotta hope the Zoroark is not Sucker Punch as well. I'm like, please don't be Sucker Punch. Luckily he's not. Because if he is, then I probably just lose because Zoroark turns out to be Focus Sash. And like he would just live hits from Mega Sharpedo, and he probably has a move to hit Sharpedo to knock it out. Maybe like Focus Blast or something. Maybe Mega Sharpedo could live hits from Zoroark though. I don't know. If he was Sucker Punch though, he probably wouldn't have something, right? It would have to have like Low Kick. I think I learned Low Kick because Sucker Punch knockoff. What else do they really run? I think I see more special attacking Zoroarks as well, like Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, stuff like that. So anyways, we are actually going to try and go for the flinch over here with Ice Fang because I decided he's going to be Sturdy. And hey, 10% chance to flinch or freeze, and I actually do get it. Crazy enough. And he forfeits right there. Now that is actually insane. I did not expect to really get the flinch right there. That is insane odds. Now, obviously he won that game because Sock had Sturdy and I didn't knock him out, and he would just knock me out with close combat, but Hacks always prevails. So more of the story, if you have no way out, try and go for Hacks. But at least it's not like a tournament game. This is just for pure entertainment. It's not actually mattering. So at least LAFLARE has that going for him. It's not really like a loss that he can, you know, be sad about or anything like that. So maybe I should just went for the Ice Fang. I mean, not Ice Fang, Psychic Fangs to see if he was actually Sturdy. But I mean, most likely he was Sturdy. But I guess we'll never really know because I flinched him. So yeah, I mean, unless it was like a tournament battle, then that could be really crappy, but it's not. So next up we got versus Yuki, and looking at Yuki's team, probably Sticky Webs, Araquanid. That's probably a better Sticky Webber than Galvantula, I think, just because it's more bulky. But Galvantula does have nice coverage, and it's pretty fast, so that has something going for it. Araquanid, I think, just can take more hits, obviously, and could be a little bit more useful as a water type. Water types in general are just good to have on a team. Especially if you're immune to being burnt. So yeah, I mean, he has a very scary team. Haxorus, Hoopa, very hard hitters, Hydreigon, maybe Scarf, and then two pretty bulky Pokemon, Aggron and Blissey. So looks like a pretty balanced team. Probably Sticky Webs for the Haxorus and Hoopa to take advantage of. I didn't really expect the Blissey though to be on a Sticky Webs team if he is going to be it. Maybe he's not Sticky Webs, I'm just saying. It could just be like a, you know, balanced team. So I'll lead off with Galvantula. Galvantula, you know, just gonna get the Sticky Webs up. That's what Galvantula does. Unless you don't want to run a Sticky Web, Galvantula. As he leads off with Haxorus and just Dragon Dances up, which I was really surprised by. He just does not want to waste any time. He probably just predicted me he wanted to get the webs up with Galvantula. And that's exactly what I did. So I am Focus Sash, so he was probably hoping that it wouldn't be, but nope, I am. And I get that nice Bug Buzz damage off. And he's in range of a Ice Shard from Mamoswine since Mamoswine had Ice Shard, which I should have just Ice Sharded that Sock in that previous game, because I just, like, it's just all around the better play, not risking him to be Sturdy and him to be Scarf as well. Either way, Spider Gwen comes out over here. I guess that's some Spider-Man reference. Gwen, is that Spider-Man's girlfriend, the blonde one? Pretty sure. Either way, get the rocks up because I felt like he'd probably get his Sticky Webs up, and at the same time, even if he did destroy my Mamoswine, I think it's fine because I want rocks up versus his team really badly. Just whittling down and putting everything in range for Mega Sharpedo and Scizor and just everything in the back. So I go to Togekiss. Togekiss should be able to take anything from the Araquanid as he actually threw off a Scald. So I was like, okay, cool, nice. Probably doesn't have Liquid. He does have Liquidation. That sucks. So that takes a lot of damage, so I have to attack over here. At least I got the Nax plot off for max HP, so I knew I could take any hits. And we actually one-shot the Araquanid, so that's awesome. Easy one-shot. And yeah, Togekiss just does what it does best, like I always say. Nasty Plot up, it can Thunder Wave, it can Air Slash. He actually goes into Hydreigon over here and Defogs. So he gets rid of the webs, but he gets rid of my spike. I mean, not my spikes, my Stealth Rocks too. Which sucks, but he gets Thunder Waved, and that's what we do. He could have Heal Bell on the Blissey, but Blissey kind of allows me to set up more unless he has Toxic. Because I could Nasty Plot up on it more, I could even Thunder Wave the Blissey too, and just kind of hacks it down if Air Slash flinches. Gonna go for Roost here though. I think Yuki said that they wanted to bluff Flash Cannon, but I mean at that point you're gonna be locked into Flash Cannon. That just gives me another opportunity to set up with another Pokemon like Scizor and Swords Dance up on it. Unless he was not gonna be a Scarf or Specs Hydreigon with Flash Cannon, which could happen, maybe. It could be like Life Orb or maybe Z-Move Hydreigon. So he does Thunder Wave me, so luckily he's not toxic. I can deal with Thunder Wave on my Togekiss because I can Thunder Wave you back, and then I'll still be faster, which is kind of funny. So he does have the Heal Bell though, which he could do once I Thunder Wave his Blissey, and he could honestly just switch out too. But into what though, since I already Nasty Plotted up pretty high? The Air Slash is going to do a lot of damage, or it probably knocks out a Pokemon. Maybe Aggron could take a hit, but honestly you need an HP on Aggron for Mega Sharpedo and Scizor. You don't want to take a lot of damage because those guys are terrifying. You don't want those. I mean, if Mega Aggron gets weakened, you just kind of lose to it, to be honest. You need a lot of defense for those Pokemon. So, I get the Air Slashes off. He is going to try and actually Seismic Toss, but Togekiss has a lot of HP, so it's barely going to do anything at all. And I think now he actually reveals a move that I didn't expect on Blissey to be ran. He reveals Healing Wish right now. So, I didn't expect that, but that's pretty cool. I was wondering what he's going to Healing Wish. Is he going to like going to like there's nothing really that took damage other than the Haxorus, so obviously he's gonna go into Haxorus. But Haxorus at the same time doesn't really capitalize on Togekiss unless he's gonna switch out. Because Haxorus can't knock me out, I think, with Poison Jab from the range of I mean, Togekiss max HP is just so dang bulky. But he is gonna try, so maybe he hopes that I get a full parad, but I don't, luckily, and we break through and we live the Poison Jab and we knock out Haxorus with that Air Slash. Very nice indeed. In comes the Hydreigon. Togekiss is in range of easily getting knocked out by a Dark Pulse. Not too sure if he's Scarf Specs though. I gotta be careful. At the same time, I have Mammal Spine and I can kind of just Ice Shard, get him in range for like Scizor's attack or Mega Sharpedo's attack. And then it's a matter of trying to just weaken the Mega Aggron with as much power as I can. Now, maybe I could have kept Mammal Spine as an Earthquake Mon for the Mega Aggron and could have just like went Scizor and Bullet Punch, but at the same time, he could have just switched out too on Scizor, but I could Swords Dance, but he doesn't know that. So, either way, it works out. He gets his Hydreigon gone. And Susanoo comes out. Some Sasuke over here, or maybe Itachi's, I don't know. But he kind of does look like a Susanoo with his helmet, or head, in a way. A suit of armor. Does get pretty bulky with the ability filter too. But I go for Swords Dance, hoping that Mega Aggron doesn't have Fire Punch. But it does. And down goes Scizor. But at least Chandelure can come out, and I can go for the Flamethrowers. And probably Mega Aggron hopefully doesn't have Earthquake. I don't see it too much. I usually just see like Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam. I mean, I guess Earthquake is ran most of the time with Mega Aggron, but I don't know. He has Toxic and Fire Punch, so I'm guessing he doesn't. He would have probably went for it if he did. And yeah, no reason to go for Flamethrower again and again because he has that Pokemon in the back that can take the Flamethrower, so might as well just go for Shadow Ball just in case he does switch it in, because you never know. It does more damage pretty much. Hoopa. Obviously, 4 tons weak to Ghost, and that's pretty much GG. Chandelure cleans it up late game. Well, he does have Focus Sash. What's all these random Focus Sashers? First Zork and now Hoopa. But hey, at least it came down to a 1v1 scenario. So he knocks out Chandelure right there. But Mega Sharpedo comes in and just gets it. What if I was Choice Scarf Chandelure and he stole my Choice Scarf? That could have been kind of cool. But I can just protect with my Sharpedo, get that speed boost and still outspeed, so nice. Goodbye Yugi-Moto. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. So I guess he named a lot of his Pokemon after like anime characters. That's pretty cool. So, GG to Yuki. Last up we got, or next up, last up. Last but not least, we have Orenishi. And Orenishi looks like they're having a good team. Like Infernape, Primuna, nice, maybe Scarf Infernape, could be Scarf Magneton too. Primarina. Did I say Prime? Primarina. Probably like, I guess, Specs, Mega Aerodactyl with Hippowdon, maybe Stealth Rocks. And then Tentacruel, probably like Rapspin, like bulky Tentacruel. That's why I think the Primarina is going to be offensive, because they have a Tentacruel that could be bulky, but maybe it could be a bulky Primarina too. And maybe an offensive Tentacruel. Hey, you could switch it up. So it leads off with Hippowdon as the lead off of Galvantula. Now this Galvantula actually doesn't have Giga Drain, it has Energy Ball. I'd rather have Giga Drain, even though Energy Ball does do more damage. I just like the HP I can gain from it and maybe keep Galvantula longer in the game. So we just trade our hazards. He gets his rocks up, breaks my Sash with the stance, and he can probably just knock me out with Earthquake, since Hippowdon does have natural, just good attack. But he actually goes for Whirlwind, so I was surprised by that. And he Whirlwinds me into Mamoswine too. A Pokemon you do not want to come out on a Hippowdon, because Ice Dual Crash will blow its back. You do not mess around with the Mamo. So, nice. And down goes the Hoopa. I mean, not Hoopa, Hippo. Imagine Hoopa as a hippo. Hoopa kind of looks like a, I don't know, some type of horned animal. Not too sure what. Maybe an ox. I don't know. Something. The horns, at least. So he actually brought in Primarina, which is awesome because that's the Pokemon I needed to get weakens for my Mega Sharpedo to literally sweep his team, unless he has Mach Punch onto the Infernape, which I'm pretty much hoping that he doesn't. So yeah, Light Form Mamoswine, I just demolished that Primarina, but he did live on a sliver, but at least Sand was up, so his own Sand came to his demise. And yeah, I just bring in my Sharpedo. In comes Aerodactyl though, and obviously Sharpedo will demolish Aerodactyl with a nice Fang. I just go for Protect just to get that speed boost, and he actually goes into Tentacle, so I guess he's gonna hope that I don't have Psychic Fangs. And maybe he does actually have the Mach Punch in the back with Infernape, and he's just gonna blow me back. But I think Mega Sharpedo can even live a Mach Punch, unless you're gonna be banded Infernape. Like, maybe I can live a Light Orb Infernape. Maybe. It might be a rule. Iron Fist boosted. So I don't know. Mega Sharpedo just kind of lives hits sometimes. And it really surprised me, because I usually think it's going to be really frail. But it's actually not. And it turns out he doesn't have Mach Punch. Luckily he's not Focus Sash too. That would have been bad. Could have got rocks up them with Mamoswine. So yeah, we got the plus speed. He got Sticky Webs. He most likely would have been a maybe Scarf Infernape, but I think I didn't get 2 speed boost anyway. Did I? I don't think I did. Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. I forgot. I wasn't paying too much attention. I just remember that I just swept Mega Sharpedo because O-Ren just didn't have much after Primarina got weakened, and then Hippowdon got weakened because Mega Sharpedo carries Psychic Fangs, Ice Fang, and Crunch with Protect. No Waterfall or Liquidation for Hippowdons, but still, it does an insanely amount of damage with Crunch and Strong Jaw, the ability. So yeah, fun team that I'm using. You always gotta love Sticky Webs. And try it out, I guess, in the UU ladder. Everybody likes UU more than OU, so there you go. GG's to everybody. If you do want a Wi-Fi battle, make sure to be in my Discord. Link is in the description. That's where I get all my Wi-Fi battles. You can message me or you can battle other people there. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Peace, everybody.